fabulously flawed friends. Welcome to Fabulously Flawed. I am your host, Marni, and it's Tuesday, where I love to give Tuesday's tips. Remind you guys, it is so okay not to be okay. We are human. You are not alone. We are all deserving of love. I have been on rock bottom's bottom, but I have embraced it like a trampoline, because when you're down you can only go up. And to just give my lifetime kind of advice so nobody has to suffer, and reminding everybody again that they are not alone. So today's episode is too much time on your hands, because yes, a lot of us are spending too much time not worrying about ourselves, but I'm being honest, we're worrying and watching what other people are doing. We're worrying, thinking, what are they going to think of us? And we're spending too much time with the thought process and not actually implementing and doing anything to help our mental health and make ourselves a priority, instead of going down that comparison trap. Because why would you compare your journey to somebody who has never lived your life, who could be that you see right now at their prime, but you don't know the struggles that they went through? So when you compare, you're comparing to make believe, because you don't know other people's stories as much as you think you do, their journeys, what people feel, what makes them not feel. And we spend so much of not focusing all of that friggin' energy onto ourselves. You have to, because all of that thinking, anticipating, the what ifs, it's ruining. It almost ruined me. In fact, it did. And I don't want that to happen to any of you guys. And your self-worth, please, I am legit begging you, because it happened to me, letting other people define your value. I mean, I used to think if I wasn't invited somewhere, if my husband was just looking at me and I thought it was just weird, I would instinctively think something was wrong with me, and I would just, am I okay? What's wrong? Not saying in my head, I don't care what you're looking at, which he was probably thinking of food or watching the football game. But I used to just allow my complete identity and self-worth be on how people I guess looked at me. And I learned a very hard way that you teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. Now, if somebody always tells you to shut the fuck up, oh, just shut up, and you don't stop it after the first shut up, what? What'd you say? They're going to keep doing it. You are allowing it. You cannot say they're so rude, they treat me this way. No, they are being themselves. You are just allowing it. And if you wouldn't allow your best friend or your child to go through that, why would you? Why would you do that? So you need to learn to teach people what you will absolutely not respect. If somebody calls you every night at 10:30 to bitch about their day, well, no, that was a bullet point for a different topic. I'm not going to go with that. But I can tell you that self-compassion is so much more powerful than self-criticism, because in my healing journey, I started to say to myself, like, Marni, look what your body and your brain have been through, the years in survival mode, the years of stored up stress. So on that note, guys, while you're listening, drop your shoulders, unclench your jaws. And I know you're probably thinking, damn, I didn't even realize I was doing it, because we walk around with so much stored tension. So we need to be compassionate and show ourselves grace. One, if I would have known better, we all would have done better. You are so magical. You just don't believe enough in yourself. Let's say you just make the best fucking chocolate chip cookies in the world, and you want to open up a little kiosk in the mall or a little outdoor stand at a farmer's market or whatever it may be. and you love to make cookies. You're just obsessed with making it. But you're afraid people are going to laugh at you. You think people are going to think you're weird. You don't have enough confidence to do it by yourself. Why? Take those joys and passions, because let me tell you guys, I am 56 years old and my time is not coming back. I am not 35 anymore. I'm not 45. I'm not 55. And all of those years I spent with just criticizing myself. If somebody said, "Oh, hey, you look cute today." "Oh, no, I don't." "Oh, I like your Zumba shirt." "Ugh, I look so gross." Why would we do that to ourselves? We are the first ones to be there for everybody else, but we're not doing that for ourselves. So we need to understand too that failure is a stepping stone. It is not a dead end. You have to look at a baby learning to walk, or a toddler. When they take that first step, do they stop and say, "I can't do it"? Or does everybody sit around going, "Come on, you could do it, you could do it"? Think that way to yourself, not baby talk. But just know that we have to learn and see. It's like if you were a medical student, you were practicing how to do a surgery and you didn't make a mistake. How are you going to learn when you have that? So just in life, don't think, "Oh, this didn't work out. Now I'm totally fucked." Do you know how many businesses I've tried, and when I have reinvented myself, and I started as Peace Love Marni, and I just all these different ideas. Did some work? No, and some did not. And it's like throwing spaghetti against the wall. And if something sticks, that's friggin' amazing. And don't be afraid, guys, also to try new things, even if we fail at it, because we're not supposed to be perfect at anything. I want to start painting in my backyard. I'm not an artist. I have never been a good artist. I have just messy handwriting. But painting is so therapeutical, and I'm not doing things to be a professional at it. I just want to have fun. When we go roller skating or ice skating, we're not ice skating to be in the Olympics. We're doing it because we have fun, and that's what we need to bring into our lives. And remember, also, and I will take this to every hill that I will scream as loud as I can on, every single setback teaches us a lesson. And I say this on a lot of my episodes. Open up your suitcase. What did I learn from this experience? Put it in there. Leave all the crap and all the negativity and all the toxicity behind, and take all of those setbacks and put them in that suitcase of lessons and go forward. And I promise you, you will learn whether I will never go out for dinner with people like that again. I will never work with coworkers like that again. I will never cook for this. I don't know. I will never be involved in a committee with these people again. So it's just, life is us learning to love ourselves and to know what anybody says or does has no infliction upon our self-worth. Because honestly, I have gotten to this point, and it is the best feeling in the friggin' entire world. I don't give a rat's ass, truly, what anybody says about me, thinks about me. I do this every single day, but I'm in my lane. I'm not watching what you're doing, and I don't think you should be watching what she's doing or what they're doing. You need to look in the mirror and watch what you are doing. So if you have a Post-it on your head that says, "Please like me, people," take that Post-it, the invisible one, obviously. Look at yourself in the mirror, and the way you want people to love you, you need to start loving yourself first, because nobody will ever treat you properly if you do not give yourself that respect up front. And I was walking in New York, and it was the grossest thing, but I saw this couple walking, and this girl stopped in her tracks, and I almost bumped into her, and I heard her say, "Did you just burp in my head?" And he was like, "Yeah." And he laughed and kept walking. And I'm like, I wanted to say, "Girl, please turn the other way. He is not respecting you. You were stopped in your fucking tracks. You don't deserve that. That was rude. It was gross." But what we allow and what we tolerate, people are going to keep doing. So stand up for yourself the way you would for your best friend, for your child, your mother, your father, for anybody. Do that for yourself. Please, guys, because I didn't. And once I learned that I'm not going to let anybody talk to me that way, treat me that way, surround myself only with peace and people that are going to bring the best and not the stressed out of me, has been a game changer. So if you know somebody that might want to hear this advice, please, please, please share this video. And remember to never, ever let anyone burst your bubble, and never, ever, 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 ever let anyone dull your sparkle. I am sending you guys so much love and so much peace.
Thanks so much for joining us on this episode of Fabulously Flawed. If you're enjoying the show, please feel free to rate, subscribe, and leave a review wherever you listen to your podcasts. That helps others find the show, and we greatly appreciate it. Once again, we're so glad you're here, and we hope you'll come back Monday through Friday for another serving of empowerment, motivation, and inspiration. We'll catch you next time on Fabulously Flawed.